Hey everybody, this is going to be a legendary speedrun guide for the level of the Great Journey. This is the last level in Halo 2, and it is a level that is bathed in the tears of countless Halo 2 speedrunners who have lost PBs to this level, the very last level in the game, myself included. I have lost so many runs here, it's almost kind of a sick joke when you lose a nice paced run to Great Journey. So I would implore you to please practice this level, take the strategies I'm about to outline to you, take them to heart, take them into practice, and really take time to learn the level. So off the start, I will point you to the loadout that I've got. So I have Carbine and Energy Sword, and I've carried over these two weapons from Uprising. Now it's important that you have these two, especially the Energy Sword, because it makes the full game route for Great Journey much easier to have an Energy Sword. It lets you get through a lot of sections much quicker and much safer than if you didn't have one. And I also call your attention to the top left of the screen. I have 3 grenades. You want at least 1 grenade coming from Uprising. It will make one of these sections the prison section. It'll make the strategy easier. It's not a problem if you don't have one. I'll show you a backup strategy that you can use if you don't have a grenade for whatever reason. But please try to have at least 1 grenade heading into this level, as it makes things a whole heck of a lot easier than if you don't. So let me restart. Let me start with the actual route. So to begin, pull out your sword, and you want to slash this elite 3 times to get him out, to kill him. And now we're going to park this Spectre along this rock on our right, and we're going to park in a very particular spot. So the lineup that I use, so I call it a lineup, it's really just like a general area. There's one black spot here on the wall, and one black spot right here on the wall past the menu. And you want to park the Spectre right in between them. Now, so why are we doing this? Well, later in the level, we're going to come back to the Spectre, and we need it to be alive. We're going to hijack a ghost right after this, and when we hijack it, it's going to spit out a brute, a live, angry brute. And that brute is going to try and get in the Spectre. So we don't want it to explode. So by parking it super far back here, preventing that brute from walking over and getting into it and causing it to be destroyed. It's very important. So between the black marks, park it and get out. Now hit pop cam as you walk in the open here, and we're going to hijack this ghost. Just like this. This guy drove far away, so I don't have to kill him. And now we're going to drive right on through this area. Nice and easy, just like that. Now this next section, at the end of this little hallway here, there's this door. Now this door only opens when the 2 raids that are about to pop out are dead. And by doing a little bit of trickery, we are going to actually deload these raids and cause them to disappear in front of our very eyes. It's pretty freaking cool, I think. So in order to do that, take that exact route I just took, drive right past everything, and come back the way you came, and just kind of cozy up to this wall. Just kind of sit here. And I would advise you to watch the raids. Watch them wink out of existence, because they will. And there they go, and they've disappeared. And now that door will be open and we can progress to the level. So I don't know why that works, I'm going to be honest with you, but I think it's super freaking cool, and I love that we can do stuff like that in this game. That's why I love this game. So now, drive through these hallways just like I'm doing. This driving is kind of tough. I would advise you to take some time to practice it because it needs to go fast right about now. So as quickly as you can, drive up this ramp and drive through this opposing door, just like this. And then once you're through, you want to get out of the ghost. So I'm going to pause right here. If you noticed, I waited until the very last second when my ghost was settled completely to get out. If you get out of the ghost while it's still in motion, there's a very high chance that it's going to splatter you and kill you. So I would implore you, please, on bended knee, I would implore you, please wait until the ghost is completely stopped before you get out. Because if you don't, you're likely to splatter yourself and eat a big reaver. And I don't want that. So wait until your ghost is completely stopped, then get out, pull out your carbine, and walk over to this box, jump on top of it, do a sword fly to these brutes across the gap. And we've completely cleared this entire section. No fighting necessary. Just like that. Now here on the bridge, Jackal Cyber's going to pop up. I'm going to blow his head off with your carbine. Wait for these jackals to stop moving, then swordplay over their heads. So it's imperative you wait for those jackals to stop moving, because if they're still moving, you can mid-air stop over their heads and they will just shoot you and kill you. So we don't want that. So now, kill any drones that come through the door, and you want to start mailing. And what this is doing is delaying a checkpoint until the start of the prison. Now the prison is where, actually, hold on. Start mailing right out here, and the checkpoint will pop. Just like that. So the prison is where the grenades come into play. So you want to have at least 1 grenade for this section because it'll allow you to do standard clear. I'll show you that standard clear right about now. Let's go. I'm going to do a sword fly to this guy, back smack him, pick this guy, and pop your camo. We'll walk over here and sword this guy, and this door will open. Now cancel over their heads, and this door will take you to the rest of the level. So a lot happened right there, so let me walk you through it. So you want to fly to that brute, backsmack him, and stick his friend, and then slash at least one of the other brutes on the other side of that door to death. And what that will do is when 3 brutes are dead, that door, that exit door will open. And once you satisfy that 3 brute quota, you want to run to the door and then cancel over the heads of those enemies to here. Now, once you get to this position, sometimes those enemies will actually follow you around the corner. If they do, I'd advise you to kill them so they don't brute shot you in the back and kill you, because that's very tragic, and it's happened to me before. On a good run, it's killed a run before for me. So I would advise you to do that as well. So let's say if you don't have a nade. So let me show you. So with no grenades, that clear looks like this. slash that guy. Two full lunges kill that guy. And then we are through nice and easy. They follow me. This guy's following me, so I'm going to carbine him. There we go. Just like that, nice and easy. So if you have those two clears in your repertoire, you will never fail that section. That makes that section totally consistent. Very, very easy. Just practice those two clears so you have them both in your repertoire, and you should be okay. Now, this next section, do a sword fly to this guy, smack him in the back. So a slight note, if the burst back smack doesn't kill this guy, hit him again, the second one will. I don't know why, it sometimes will hit him in one shot like this time, and sometimes it's two, but just keep that in mind. Okay, so here you want to kill the three guys with plasma rifles before you kill this brute, and I'll tell you why. So after you kill these guys, a checkpoint, a cutscene, excuse me, is supposed to pop. Now the trigger for that cutscene checks if if the area is safe, and what happens is if you kill that brute shot guy, he can actually shoot a brute shot straight up in the air. And when that brute shot's in the air, it can cause the checkpoint to not the trigger to not go and the cutscene to not pop. So by killing him last, he actually drops his brute shot and berserks, and that causes that to not happen. So save him for last, like that, and then kill him. Hopefully a little more smooth than I am, and then you're good. So to reiterate, kill the three plasma rifle guys and then the brute shot guy, and that will cause you to hit this cutscene almost every time. We'll skip it, and we're gonna head back this way. So the normal route takes you down here, and you have to kill you like take a banshee and kill some wraiths, but we're not gonna do that. We're gonna do another despawn. So walking back this way, back the way we came. Eventually gonna hit a loading zone. You'll see the loading done text up here, right about here. And then once you do that, walk back this way, just like that. Hit another loading done, and that has deloaded the pilots of those wraiths, so they're actually non-functional, and the scarab can continue unimpeded. Okay, just like this. So well, I'll show you what I'm talking about. So these two rays, their pilots have now been despawned, so they're no longer functional, and the scarab will continue much faster. Okay, and now here is a Spectre from the start of the level. So if you see how far back we parked it, that kept it safe from all the brutes, and now we can hop in it just like this. So pop your camo before jumping in. Now you want to drive this way. Now you actually want to drive off the ledge here. I'd advise you to hit the wall because it causes the fall timer not kick in, and you land nice and safe. And one thing to note, if you didn't know, when you're mid-air and not boosting, you can actually use on keyboard and mouse is WASD, your WASD keys, to actually control the Spectre mid-fall. That's an important thing to note. It'll keep you from flipping sometimes. Now we just drive. So you can go either way up the side of this mountain. I prefer to go on the left side, so I'll show you that method. You can go left side or right side. If you want to look at right side, I'd advise you to watch some other runners' runs and see that route. This one I find easier. It's just easy, not hard. By the way, all this is on a timer. It's all an auto scroller, like the Oracle Elevator or the QZ Gondola. So there's really no way to speed this up. You kind of just have to wait for the Scarab to get here. So we're just gonna chill. We are just gonna chill. Like a nice little afternoon drive. Follow the route that I'm going, and you should be able to get to the end pretty easily. So drive up to this little slope here. Now, when you're going up this slope, hold your boost at max boost, just like I'm doing, and go right over the edge. Just don't slow down at all. Full boost, full throttle, all the way over the edge, just like this. And then so when you're in midair like that, you saw me let off the boost. I was holding S on my keyboard, and that helped me pull the nose of my Spectre up, excuse me, to not flip. So if you land your Spectre like right on that side, like in the middle there, like right about, I'd show you like right about here, it actually sinks in the floor and it becomes impossible to get out. So I'd advise, so please be sure to clear that gap like I did. Now come up, turn around like this, and then drop safely onto this little flat platform right here, just like this. And then you're gonna drop down. Just drive right over the edge like this, nice and easy. And then boost and hold the nose of your Spectre up onto this little thing here. Holding up the nose of your Spectre is just like doing it for the Ghost. You can see I raise it like this. It's just like for the Ghost, so raise it up like that. And by raising the nose, it lets you get on this little area much, much safer and easier. And now we're just waiting. We are just chilling. We're waiting for Johnson to get here with the Scarab to break the door. A little drink of water. So once that door is broken, you'll see like the Illusions and Grandeur title text appear, and that will cause the trigger for the end fight to become active. And it actually sticks out of the wall right in this like open space here. So we're actually gonna drop the Spectre into that trigger and take it into the boss fight with us, which is pretty freaking cool, I think. This drop-in works exact same on easy and legendary. So if you want to see like a different version of it, go to like see a different legendary record. I'm going to show you the way that I do it. I do it kind of the old way. And I want to show there's different methods out there. So if you want to see a different method, if you don't like mine, please go watch someone else's run and copy what they do. But for me, I like to wait until I hear the sound go away. So make sure you're looking at the door too, by the way. Looking at the door will make it only take 2 shots to break the door instead of like 3 or 4. So it saves a little bit of time, nice and easy. So look at the door. You hear him say his little voice line, and then once the sound of the beam dies away, you're good to look away. Okay, sound of the beam is gone, so I look away. I drive down to about here, and I get out, and I watch the nose of the Spectre as it inches over the edge. So as soon as the nose is fully over the edge, I drop in the trigger just like this. This starts the hardest boss fight. If you've done everything right, your Spectre will be right there, perfectly unharmed, and ready for the boss fight. So I'm actually going to stop this guide here. There are dedicated guides in Halo 2 links that will show you all about the Tartarus boss fight, and I'll actually link those 2 guides in the description below. So please go watch those guides and learn all about the boss fight because it's almost its own beast in terms of the level. So I'd advise you to go watch those guides and learn the boss fight on your own. But that is it for this guide. I'm gonna stop it here because we're sort of at the end of the level, and the Tartarus boss fights can explain that fight much better than I ever could. So thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed. I hope that this guide is helpful for you and it helps you really, really learn this level. That was kind of a cool swordfly. It really kind of helps you learn this level, helps you get an upper hand on your runs. And yeah, peace out, guys. Any comments that you send me will appear, and I'll respond to them in the comments. And as always, you can find me in the Halo Runs Discord. So peace out, guys. Have a good one.